Just the content of the website based on the screen size. Like here, this is a responsive website. Why? Just here, when I open in phone, you can see all the content perfectly, but in different way. Okay, if I open in any other phone, the content is same. Okay, but it is taking the height and width of that particular device. Okay, once I open in iPad, it look like this. When I open it iPhone X, it look like this. Okay, when I open it iPad Pro, it look like this. Okay, means now I can tell that this is a responsive website because it open perfectly in all the devices. Okay, and we will see how to make a website responsive in this project. Okay, see, these are the tools I have used in this project. I will explain one by one each tool while going through the project. But in the slide, I have given the link where you can directly use these tools. See, to create complete responsive website, you must have these three prerequisites. First one is the code editor. Second, the knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And the third one is knowledge of Bootstrap. The code editor, it is a platform which provides you to write the HTML code. See, you can use any of the code editor like Visual Studio Code, VS Code, Bracket, Sublime Text 3, Notepad++, WebStorm, whichever you feel comfortable. But in this project, I have used Sublime Text 3. Okay, if you want to download the Sublime Text 3, you can directly download from the Google. Just write Sublime Text 3, download, and you can download from here. Okay, if you have any code editor previously installed in your system, then you can go with that code editor. No need to install some other code editor. Okay, let me open Sublime Text. Okay, then HTML, all of you have, I hope all of you have a basic idea about HTML. It is a markup language. See, HTML is not a programming language. It is a markup language. What is the markup language? The markup language is a language which can be understandable by the web browsers. Okay, all the web browsers understand HTML, and this is the default language for all the web browsers. Okay, then we will see how to create the project. To create a project, first you need to create a folder in which where you want to create a folder, that is up to you. Like I am creating a folder on the desktop, even you can create a folder on any other driver also. And here I am giving a name, Group 2 Educational Website. Okay. Your project folder must contain three things. First one, a folder which has all the images which you are going to use in the project. Okay. Second one is a HTML page saved as index.html. Okay. Your project must have one HTML page which saved as index.html page. Remember, if your project will not have index.html page, you cannot deploy the project on the server. Okay, because while you are deploying the project on the server, it will search for index.html page. If your project doesn't have that page, it will fail to deploy or fail to upload. That's why remember that whatever project you are creating, your project must have one index.html page. Okay. Another one page we want, that is style.css. Style.css, the CSS file is used to style the web page. Here we are concentrating only on the design. See, this is the front end web development. Here we will learn how to design a website. Okay. If you want to make it fully functional, then you can go for, with the addition of front end, you can go for back end. Okay, to make the website fully functional. Okay, but in this project we will see how to design a website using HTML, CSS and Bootstrap and JavaScript. Okay, these three things must be available in your project. First one is images folder, the second one is index.html file, and the third one is style sheet. Okay, then let me open Sublime Text, file, open folder. Here I open this folder. Okay, you can see here everything gets selected. Now I will copy the images which I am going to use for this project. I will share with all of you also these images, don't worry about that. Okay, now you can see that these are the images. Okay, now we will start from index.html file. All of you know that the HTML always start from doc type HTML. This is the very basic structure of the HTML page. Okay, in title I just give CEIT, educational website. You can give any title to recognize your website. Then here we have to provide some basic link. See, we are going to use Bootstrap. First here we will include this style sheet, because here I am using external style sheet. Before that I just give a brief overview about the style sheet. CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Its extension is always .css. Like your HTML page extension will be .html, .htm or .html. Your CSS is used to control the styles of a web document in a simple and easy way. If you want to style your web document, then you are using CSS. It is also used to make website responsive. I hope till now all of you can understand that what is meant by responsive. Okay, if anyone have any doubt, then again I am repeating, responsive means your website is fit automatically in which target device you are going to open. There are three ways of inserting style sheet. One is internal style sheet, which you are using inside the HTML page. Inline style, which we are providing style with the element. And the third one and mostly used option is the external style sheet. Means we are keeping CSS file separately and we include that CSS file in HTML page. Here we are doing the same thing. link relevant style set. Here I have to provide the reference style.css. Okay, we have provided the reference to the CSS style set. Then we have to provide some more reference here. What are the reference? First one is Bootstrap. Okay, we are going to use the Bootstrap. Bootstrap is the most popular CSS framework for developing responsive and mobile first websites. Okay, if we use Bootstrap in our website development, our website will be fully responsive. Okay, and to use Bootstrap you must include some of the link in HTML file. Where to get this link? Here just write get Bootstrap. Okay, and click the first option. This is your official Bootstrap page. Go down. Here whatever written here, just copy the whole things. Okay, just copy this and paste it here, and the unnecessary items I just delete because I don't want the unnecessary items. Okay, this is we have included Bootstrap using this link. Remember, you must have to include this to use Bootstrap. If you have not included this link in your HTML page, then you cannot use Bootstrap in your website designing. Okay, this is the very first thing, to include this Bootstrap. Once you include the Bootstrap, let me start from the first section. Section is what? Here whatever you are seeing, each one is known as section. This is the first section, this is second section, this is third section. Means I have divided my website into multiple sections. Okay, and my first section is this one. Can you show us what are you doing in computer screen? My computer screen is not visible. It is visible, na? But one of the okay, and who is MM? I don't know the name because name is not displaying to me. The name here it is showing MM. Can you tell me that whether my computer screen is visible to you or not? Okay. Okay. Okay, you have to include this to use Bootstrap. Then we are using sections to divide your website into multiple sections. Okay, then how can I use it here? See, whenever you are developing a website, you must use the comment line. It is the proper documentation way. Okay, that's why here I just use the comment line and I use header section. Okay, and here I use section ID. I am giving the ID header. Then inside this section, what I want to do? I want this navigation bar. What is the use of navigation bar? To link other documents in the web page. We are using navigation bar, means navigate from one link to other link. Okay. To use navigation bar, we are using the navtar. You can go for Get Bootstrap, go to documentation. In documentation, click components. Then here nav bar. Okay, once you click nav bar, see here you can directly copy this code and paste it in HTML. You will get exactly this output. But now I will show you how to write it. Okay. First we are using the nav class, a nav element. Then we are using class nav bar. See, these are the, wherever I am using class, nav bar is the predefined class of Bootstrap. Bootstrap provides lots of predefined class. We are going to use that class to implement some functionality. Okay, nav bar, then nav bar dark, bg dark. Bg dark means background dark. Okay, your nav bar or navigation bar typically consists of three things. First one is brand logo, second one is toggler button, and the third one is navigation links. See here, this is the brand logo in the left corner side. In brand logo, you can also keep the image file. Here I have used only the text. You can also use the image file. The right side, here this is the toggler button and these are the navigation links. Okay. Then the first thing we are going to use brand logo. Then for brand logo, I am going to use hyperlink. Okay. I am going to use nothing as link. Class. The class is important. Nav bar brand. And the class name must same as this. Say nav bar brand. And here instead of brand logo, I am just writing CEIT at Al Azhar University. Okay, this is my brand logo completed. Brand logo. Then the second one is toggler button. Okay, toggler button. For toggler button, I have to create button. Okay, in button the class. Okay, the class will be nav bar toggler. Okay, then type is button. Then data target. This is very important. Data target. Data target means this toggler button will work for which data. It apply on which data. That is the data target. Here for data target, I am giving the one name nav bar nav. We will use that this ID. Then data toggle. Data toggle equal to collapse. Then your ARIA controls equal to nav bar nav. Then ARIA expanded equal to false, means by default this nav this toggler button is expanded or not. Then the last one, ARIA label. equal to toggle navigation. See, these all things you can copy from here. The exactly same thing I have written. Class navbar toggler, type button, data toggle, collapse, data target. This one, the data target, this value must be same as your link ID. Okay, and ARIA control will be the same thing. Then your ARIA expanded false and ARIA label toggle navigation. Okay, the exactly same thing I have written. Then I need a toggler button. Then I am using span class navbar toggler icon. Okay, let me run this, copy file path and here paste it. See, you get a navbar. Left side you have the brand logo which is a link. Okay, and the right side you have a toggler button, but there is nothing to toggle. Okay, because we don't have the links. Okay, okay. Then we will see how to add the links to this particular toggler button. The last thing is about the link. Here after the button, links. Okay. For links I am using div class collapse navbar collapse. Then ID. Here you must keep the same ID. This is the ID. This one and this one must be same. Okay. If these two are different, then it will not work. That's why better to copy from here and paste it here. Okay. To avoid mistakes. Then your navbar consists of multiple links. Like here, if you go for the any Google site, see these are the links. Okay, and there are multiple links. When you have multiple items, you are using the list. Okay, list is nothing but collection of multiple items. But here we are not counting the items. That's why we will not use order list. We will use unordered list. Okay. Then here I will use UL, unordered list, and the class is navbar -nav. Then in unordered list I have to add the list item, list class navbar link. Okay, because these all are navbar link. This is the navbar item. Okay, then inside that item for link I am using the hyperreference here. Now I don't want any link class. After that we will add the link here, navbar link. Okay, and here I am giving the name home. Now what I have to do? Just copy this and paste one time, two times here, about us, here features, then here courses, then team. How many link you want to create, that many times you can paste it. Okay, then the last one, contact us. Let me show you how it look like. Refresh. See here it is showing all the links. We will do the styles on this particular links, don't worry about that. Okay, but once I click collapse, it all gone. Okay, once again I click, it will come. Okay, then here this part is clear. All of you, this part is clear? Please type yes or no. Okay. Okay. We have created this nav bar.